Hey guys, Skinwalker Ranch is not your average research site. It's not just some dusty patch of Utah where scientists tinker with gadgets and measure dirt. No sir, this is the place where the unexplainable lives rent free. And lately, it's been turning up the weird to 11. So buckle up because what Dr. Travis Taylor and the team of scientists just uncovered on the infamous Rocky Mesa might be the wildest twist yet in the Skinwalker saga. I'm talking UFO wreckage, biological oddities, and yeah, a mysterious creature that left the team spooked and scrambling. So here's the deal. The crew's been working their tails off for over a month trying to drill into this massive dome-shaped anomaly buried deep within the mesa. This isn't just some random rock, folks. Ground-penetrating radar is pinging off the charts. Metallic materials, dome shapes, and several smaller objects surrounding it like satellites. Sound familiar? Because it should. That's classic crash site behavior if we've ever seen it. Dr. Travis Taylor explained it best. We're dealing with something that might be made of the same heat-resistant alloys NASA uses on its spacecraft. You see where this is going. So the team sets up 2 boreholes to get in and see what this thing is. Scanners in place, everything's rolling until it's not. Just as the drill gets close to the dome, boom, the beacon signal goes haywire. We're talking frequencies jumping around like popcorn on a skillet. One minute they've got a signal, the next it's totally lost. It's like something down there didn't want to be found. Something intelligent. Maybe, maybe not. But either way, an invisible hand altered their plans. If this was just a malfunctioning drill, fine. But then came the slime. Yeah, actual slime. One of the drill operators pulls up a chunk of what looks like green rock. At first glance, it's just another weird clump of dirt. But when he picks it up, it squishes like gelatin. Green, glowing, and gooey. And just when you thought it couldn't get stranger, they find pink ooze underneath it. I kid you not. Let's pause for a second. What natural geological process produces neon green slime and pink jelly inside solid rock? Short answer, it doesn't. Eric Bard, one of the researchers, flat out says, "I don't know that I'd be touching it." And he's right to be cautious. This wasn't just some weird mineral deposit. This stuff had the team whispering about organic material, maybe even biological origins. And trust me, if you're thinking alien goo, you're not alone. Still not convinced something unnatural is going on? How about this? Buried deep in the drill spoils, the crew pulls out what looks like wood, a carved piece of timber. Now, there's no record of any mining activity in that part of the mesa, so this made 0 sense until the analysis came back. Dr. Power from the University of Utah chimes in with a bombshell. It's not wood at all. It's the stem of an aquatic plant. A prehistoric aquatic plant, possibly from an ancient buried wetland. Let that sink in. This isn't some 200-year-old settler's log cabin. This is biological material from an era long gone, buried inside a solid rock mesa with no logical access point. So how did it get there? Let's put a pin in that because it gets even stranger. Remember that jelly sample? Well, Dr. Power did more tests, and what he found wasn't slime per se. It was burnt plant material, charcoal, lots of it, embedded in the green sludge. That's right, the goo was full of the remains of something that had been torched. So now the big question is, what started a fire hundreds of feet inside a rock formation? There's only one scenario that fits, a high-energy event. Could be natural or not. But considering we're also dealing with anomalous metals, plant matter that shouldn't exist, and weird electromagnetic disturbances, all signs are pointing to something not of this earth. Now here's where things take a turn, from strange to terrifying. As the team continued sifting through the dig site, reports started coming in. Night footage showed unusual heat signatures near the mesa. Tall, upright, moving fast. One of the crew swears he saw something watching them, something big and not human. "Eyes shine like from a predator," one team member muttered. But it was up high. Like it was standing upright. Panic rippled through the group. Equipment started failing. Batteries drained. Cameras glitched. You can hear it in the audio. Real fear. They never got a clear look at what it was. But whatever appeared that night, it wasn't some deer or mountain lion. It felt deliberate, intelligent, watching. Was it connected to the anomaly? Was it guarding something? The locals have long whispered about skinwalker spirits, interdimensional beings, or even alien centuries. And now, with a UFO-shaped object buried in the mesa and evidence of some ancient event, the question becomes, what's hiding in the shadows of Skinwalker Ranch? So what the hell did they find? Let's recap. A dome-shaped metallic anomaly buried in the rocky mesa. Electromagnetic interference shutting down equipment. Unidentifiable green and pink jelly, possibly organic in origin. Charred plant remains. Signs of a fire underground. Prehistoric aquatic plant stems in a desert mesa. And finally, an unknown creature lurking in the darkness. If this isn't the aftermath of a UFO crash, I don't know what is. Think about it. A spacecraft crashes thousands of years ago. The area floods and fossilizes. Time buries it deep beneath the land, but traces remain. Charcoal from onboard systems, biological residue from unknown life forms, and maybe, just maybe, the pilot is still hanging around. Is it all coincidence, or is Skinwalker Ranch once again living up to its reputation as the strangest 512 acres in America? Let's be honest. After this, the real question isn't if something happened at Skinwalker Ranch. It's how long it's been happening. And more importantly, what's still down there waiting to be found. And here's the kicker. This isn't the first time the ranch has hinted at something buried and forgotten. Over the years, investigators have reported strange magnetic anomalies, odd radar reflections, and physical symptoms like nausea and disorientation when near the mesa. These aren't just spooky stories told around a campfire. These are repeatable phenomena, often correlated with specific locations on the property. The dome-shaped object they're now drilling into may not just be a mystery. It might be the mystery that ties everything together, a sort of buried keystone. And if that's the case, then we're looking at the possible origin point of decades, maybe centuries, of Skinwalker strangeness. Let's also not forget the electromagnetic chaos. The beacon inside the borehole shouldn't just stop working for no reason. It's designed to function under extreme conditions. But the moment they neared the dome, signals dropped, frequencies spiked, and orientation was completely lost. Something inside that rock is interfering with advanced drilling tech in real time. That suggests either an active energy source or a still-functioning technological object. Could it be the wreckage of a non-terrestrial craft? A power core? Some kind of defensive system still humming after all these years? Whatever it is, it sure doesn't want to be disturbed. And let's not glaze over the jelly, Crane. Because come on, alien jelly. You can't make this stuff up. That green goop didn't behave like any natural substance. It wasn't just some weird mineral or drill lubricant runoff. Multiple scientists examined it, and no one could match it to any known substance from the area. Even Dr. Power, playing it cautious, admitted it doesn't match the geological history of the mesa. And that pink slime under it? It didn't just look weird. It looked alive. The team wasn't equipped to do full bioanalysis on site, but even their cautious bag-and-tag approach suggests one thing. This might be the biological residue of something living, or once living. Now, combine that with the charcoal remains in the sample. Burnt organic matter. In a sealed, deep, dry environment like that, it makes no geological sense. Something burned down there, intensely. Was it a power source explosion? A crash? A containment breach? The possibilities stretch from science fiction to ancient apocalypse. Some researchers whispered the word fossilized biohip, a theoretical living spacecraft composed of both tech and organic tissue. Sound crazy? Maybe. But if even part of that jelly contains preserved biological traces, it could be the first physical evidence of extraterrestrial life. Or at least extraterrestrial biology. And then there's the creature. No footage. No body. Just a heat signature. And a team of hardened researchers who don't spook easy, but who ran. If you've been following Skinwalker Ranch for any amount of time, you know the stories. Bipedal figures, invisible predators, glowing-eyed entities watching from the shadows. Some say interdimensional, others say shapeshifters. But now, with all this buried evidence, you have to wonder. Was that thing part of what crashed? A survivor? A sentinel? Or worse, something still protecting whatever's inside the mesa? At this point, the Skinwalker team isn't just poking around anomalies anymore. They're digging into something massive, something ancient, and something that clearly doesn't want to be found. Whether it's an alien craft, a long-lost technology, or a buried biological entity from a time before history, one thing's certain. The Rocky Mesa has secrets. And Dr. Travis Taylor and his crew, they're standing on the edge of something bigger. Something that just might rewrite everything we think we know about life, the universe, and whatever's still watching from inside that mountain.